or not. I know that I'm going to have this French toast for breakfast when we're all done with the video. So I made just a little bit of syrup, and so what I have here is 2 pieces of white bread and an egg, half a cup of milk, and there is a tablespoon of sugar. And 1 second, I forgot the cinnamon. Let's grab that. Where did it go? Cinnamon, there it is. Cinnamon, sorry for that. And let's, this is a new container. Lordy, let's try it here one more time. Open this up, there we go. So, okay, so let's crack our egg in there. There's 1 egg, I believe that's a large egg. And I think the prices of eggs have kind of come down a little bit. I think that dozen of eggs is only like $2. So they're still, overall, you know, you're paying more for eggs than we ever used to, but it's still cheap eating. Breakfast is still pretty cheap at home, depending on what you have. Now I will say also, personally, I enjoy a breakfast sandwich. You could, and I've had these at various places around town, and it's not going to take that whole half a cup of milk for what I'm going to do. Let's put our sugar in there. You need a little bit of sugar and a little vanilla. Spaced it all out here now. I don't do a lot of baking, so I bought a real small bottle of vanilla. And we're just gonna put a little bit in there. I'm not gonna worry about measuring it, but we'll just do it like that. Stir that up a little bit. Let's see, so we got eggs, sugar, milk, vanilla, nothing left on my tray. I'm gonna call that good. And I'm gonna pour this in this dish right here so it's a little easier to dip the bread in it. Let's put that over here. There again, we'll run just a smidge, as my mother used to say, of water in there. And here's our bread. Also, one other thing. I had some butter. Where did it go? There it is. Didn't make it to the counter, and let's put a little butter on. I've got the griddle heating up here. Let's put some butter on the griddle. That's what she should sound like. Get that around here. Tuck him there. I got the bread thawed out. That's another thing. I keep my bread in the freezer because otherwise I waste a lot of bread because I don't eat a lot of bread. It's one of the things that has helped me regain some health and some weight loss. So we're going to have enough for a little bit more. We're going to get 1 more piece of bread and go from there. Now, here, let's just do this. This is what you can do also. Pour the extra mixture right on there and call it a day. So, 1 second here. Okay, so we took care of some business there, and I went the other night and I found me a metal flipper. So many of them are plastic, and with this cast iron, I feel like you kind of need metal. I know some people say you don't use metal, but I'm not going to go at this with a wooden stick like you see some of them do. Anyway, they're all good guys. So let's see how this goes. I better grab me a plate to put that on. 1 second here. 1 second here. Now these dishes that you see me use here, these are depression era dishes. They are Fire King dishes, and a lot of them, they came as premiums in your laundry soap and stuff like that. So, and I bought this set about 10, 12, 14 years ago at a secondhand store, and I paid too much. But you can't see it, but it came with about 12 or 18 coffee cups. As you know, it was just an eclectic group of stuff that somebody was selling. And let's take a look here. We got that fire down so it's not quite gonna cook so fast, because I wanted to make sure that the inside got done well. So you could also, what I was going with this is, you could make a sandwich out of the French toast. There is a place that I stop regularly. I travel extensively for my regular job, and there's a place where they sell French toast breakfast sandwiches. You can get bacon, egg and cheese, you can get sausage, egg and cheese, and myself, I absolutely love them. Now they are not, I don't know how much sugar is in those, because they are pretty plain, because you probably want your sandwich bread to not be so much sweet. Maybe you do, it's up to you. But this French toast here, we're just gonna do this plain. I'm not gonna make a sandwich out of that this morning here. I think we need just a smidge more heat. Turn it up just a little. Now this cast iron griddle, I had not used it a whole lot, but I needed a griddle. I felt like you needed to be able to see into the pan and see what's going on, because I'm not set right to have a dedicated stove cam. So anyway, I put a season on this griddle last night. I washed it good, dried it well, and the old timers, when they got cast iron, to season cast iron, well, what would they have used? I'm telling you, they probably used lard. So that's what I used, was lard. I washed and dried it well, and I smeared this really well with lard, and I put it in the oven at about 400, and I went and ran some errands. And I came back, and you can see how well this French toast comes right off this griddle. So it's working pretty well. So that word to the wise, that's how you season your cast iron. That is how you season it, is you just use it. You start with you bake it for like 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours with a coating of lard in there, and come back, let it cool, and wash and dry it well again. And that's all I've done here. And today, this is working very well. And I will tell you, this metal turner is working. I better get her flipped here. Should have turned that one around. We'll try that on this one here. There we go. And I'm going to need to be getting this wrapped up here pretty quick. But I want to talk to you about coffee too before we move off totally on off the French toast here. It needs just a few more minutes. Let me start talking a little bit about coffee while this cooks. So I'm not mad at you if you stop at the little hut on the way to work and get your coffee. I'm not mad at you if you stop at the convenience store and get your coffee on the way to work. But I will tell you, now this pot back here, it's just me in the morning. I make 6 cups of coffee. I don't make a whole pot. I make 6 cups of coffee, and I make sure, and I will tell you also, the water in my town here is terrible. It tastes absolutely horrible. So I buy water. Any water that goes in my mouth, I bring it in these jugs. And there is a cost, but it's better. So I make 6 cups of coffee, I make sure to fill the water to the exact same spot every single time for the consistency. That one's not quite ready. Whoopsie. That stuff happens in real life, you know. Anyway, so he's a little dark, but that's all right. I don't know why I had to cook that. There we go. Okay, so the way I achieve consistency with my coffee. Now, first of all, you need something to keep your coffee in that keeps it fresh. Now, I bought this at the Mart over there on the other side of town, where it seems like almost everybody shops, or a lot of people shop anyway. And that almost smells as good as when you first opened the bag of coffee. Now, I don't know about you, but when you first open a bag of coffee, the aroma that comes out of that bag of coffee is out of this world. Now, that is very similar to what I'm smelling right now. So I keep my coffee in this jar with a lid. I keep it on there fairly tight. But the secret to good coffee at home that it tastes the same every single time is fill your water. First of all, have your carafe clean and your basket clean, and take your used coffee filter with the coffee in it out of there right away when the coffee's done. And keep your carafe clean. I don't wash it every time. I don't wash either one very time, but I want to say every week or so, every 2 weeks, I run them through the dishwasher or wash them by hand if that's the case, whatever. And this here scoop. Now it's an 1/8 of a cup scoop, and it's considered a coffee scoop. Now they come in different shapes, but this one seems to work just fine. So what I do is I have it the same every single time. So I know exactly how much coffee I want in there. I have it just slightly mounted like that, and I do it the same exact way every time. And this way, you will know. There we go. Looky there. I think we're in business here. So let's we'll leave him and cook so that other edge gets just a little bit better. Oh, it's fine. We'll just put it on there. It's all turned off. We're good to go there. So we'll do that, and I need a sharper knife. Anyway, a little butter on there. Now butter. No, I don't recommend the Crisco sticks or the hydrogenated product, whatever. Better not say too much. I don't want sued. Anyway, so and that's a heap, plenty of butter on there. Get this little syrup on there. There we go. It's looking good. So let's bury that back in there so it stays in there and stays clean. And let's get us